Okay, so I want to run through how to do all the formulas and calculations in this spreadsheet and how to add the graph, etc. So this first column here, we want to calculate the average time. So the average time is for these 3 trials. So the way we do this, we type equals and then average, and then it allows us to pick the average formula, and then I just highlight the cells I want to average, and then I close parentheses and hit enter. Autofill, and that column's done. The period is the time for 1 swing. The average time, in this case, we timed 10 swings. So I basically want to do the average time divided by 10. So equals, I click the cell with the average time, divide, 10, enter. Now gravity is 4 pi squared divided by t squared times the length. So I'm just going to put that in there. So equals, open parentheses, 4 asterisk times pi, pi. I select that. I have to close parentheses here because I don't want to actually do the pi of some number. Now I need to square that. So caret, square, close parentheses, right, times the length. So asterisk, and I'm just going to click the cell with the length, divide by the period squared, so I need to click the cell with the period, caret, 2, enter. Quick check, that looks good, 9.8%. Error. Open parentheses, absolute value, okay, and it's going to be 9.8, which is the standard value of gravity, minus the experimental value, which is what I got. Click that cell, close parentheses, divide by 9.8, the standard value, close parentheses, times asterisk 100 to make it a percent. Now, if you want to check if you've got all the parentheses you need, you can go up to the formula bar up here. And when you scroll past the parentheses, it'll highlight which parentheses matches up with it. So you kind of see here when I highlight that last one, it showed me that it matched up and it had a close. So it shows you if you got open, close, and you're all set. Okay, so there you go. There's my percent errors. Now this column, I want to do the period squared. So equals, click the period, caret, square, enter. Okay, there's my table all done. Once you get good at this, it's very quick to kind of type these formulas in and get these things done. All right, now I want to insert a graph. So click a cell away from the data, hit insert graph. Let's move this into a better location. Okay. Now, what I want to graph the period squared, okay, these cell data points versus the length, right? So the period is going to be the y data versus length, which will be the x data. So click on the chart, edit. First thing I want to do is I want to make it a scatter plot. I want to add my x series, okay? So I click on this, X series. I'm going to select the range for the X. So that's all of these L or length data points. Okay, so there are my X series data points. Now the Y series, the series I want to graph, right? Just so you know, let me cancel this out. When you click this, it shows you this little grid. It says select a data range. So I click that, and I'm going to highlight the data range I want. So it's the period squared data range. I hit OK. There are my points. All right. Customize. I want to go to series, scroll down, check off the box for trend line. Scroll down again. We want to go label use equation. Check off R squared in this particular case. Okay. And we can add our chart titles. I'm just going to go through this quick. Chart title, I'll just say Pendulum. And do the horizontal axis, length in meters. Y-axis, vertical axis, is period squared. And the unit for that is seconds squared. The subtitle would be my name. I'm just going to skip that for now. So when we look at our equation, there we go for our slope, 4.18. So if I want to have a reference of it, I can type it in my spreadsheet someplace. Slope equals 4.18. And that's basically it.